Hello extremely once again. No. Okay. Buckle in, because this is going to be something that may be hard to understand. A little weird. Hard for me to understand, personally. So, let me talk to you guys about something. Whoever is going to watch this, let me talk to you about something, a little thing called philosophy. Everyone has philosophies. Anyone can, like, what the hell would that be? I don't know. Anyone can have philosophies. It's just an idea, just a thought that we question ourselves on. Not irrationally. We're trying to understand it better. That's why we question ourselves with this. That's what philosophy is. Questioning what you think, questioning what you hear, to try to understand it better. Perfectly rational. But there are a lot of philosophies. I'm pretty sure it's called the Darwin theory, which started out as a philosophy. Yes, we exist. And I know this. But how did we come to be? This guy basically just kind of thought about that, questioned himself a bunch. That's an understatement. And theory of evolution. That's the Darwin theory. The theory of evolution. While that is still a theory, that means it is still a work in progress. People are still trying to figure out if that is truly how we came to be. Aside from that, one of my own philosophies that I bring up, that I try to bring up in conversation very often, or as often as possible, because people just don't think about this. People think they know. They don't. I don't. Shit. But one of my own many philosophies, so it involves energy. Like, the idea of energy. Everything's an idea. Someone has to think of something eventually. In fact, one that I just had, like, I just got out of the shower. One of my shower philosophies was derived from my biggest one. Say this one real quick. What was I gonna say? Fuck! Okay, I don't remember. Okay. I'll improvise. So, I'll just say what led up to my philosophy, the one that I was just about to talk about. I'll talk about the one that led up to that. So, energy. People say and people think it's been proven that just because we can't create or destroy energy, nothing can create or destroy energy. Take this into consideration. What if the nothing in this description of creating or destroying what seems to be a form of matter what if the nothing in that definition is the subject? Take that into consideration. Now, think about, well, okay, so now that we're thinking nothing is the subject, and not there is no subject, the subject is the idea of nothing, that there is no thing, but not the definition of nothing, no. The being of nothing. See, the only way nothing can truly be nothing is if we go down to the root and pull it out. We need to, in order for nothing to actually be what we say it means, nothing has to be completely eliminated from our minds, right? That's how everything else seems to work. So, for a second, try to believe that that the word nothing doesn't exist. Try to believe that nothing is and isn't a subject. Hard to do. So, because we know about the word nothing, it is a thing. Therefore, anything can be a subject. If nothing is a subject, as it is a thing in our minds, nothing exists, where would it exist? Outside outer space? Is there an outside? Who knows? We're never gonna venture that far out. That's suicide. So, say that there is nothing. No darkness, no black, no white, no blinding white light, no colors, purely nothing. Something that is so actually nothing we can't even dream of seeing it. Think about that for a second. What would it look like if there is nothing? Not just nothing would exist in nothing. Not just pitch blackness, and all we have to do is turn on a simple light for there to be something. We can't see it. Therefore, it doesn't exist, right? Not so. Not in this case. We can't see it, but it probably exists. If nothing, the subject, can create or destroy energy, nothing most likely created it, and it's able to destroy, but just keeps producing. Now say nothing truly was something. nothing truly is something that exists, but not within our reach. Also say, nothing did create energy. Nothing has the power to create something that humans will never be able to create. We'll only be able to empower it. We'll only be able to charge it back up. Good as new. We repair energy. We can do that. We can repair it. A monkey can repair an engine to a car. We're monkeys. That's basically that. But nothing creates and destroys energy. Nothing can create or destroy energy. Nothing can create energy. Therefore, it does. Nothing gives energy the power to create space. Therefore, the energy creates space. Space is just starting out as more nothing. Energy just fills up the nothing. It gives it a star. Gives it another. Maybe a few more over here, maybe a few more over there. Eventually planets. How long of a period of time did it take for the first star to enter nothing to create space? Unless space was not created, but taken from nothing. Say space is nothing. Say space started out as nothing from energy. Then, technically, space isn't what we think it is. Outer space, think about that. It's in the name. It's outside of our space. It's the space outside of us. Outside of all these stars. That's where nothing is. In between each little star is nothing. There's still the slightest remainder of nothing. Everywhere. Here, there's something there. There's energy, there's air molecules. There's atoms. That's something. In between each star, where there is nothing, no atoms exist. Say that. Think about that. Now, if this nothing had the power to create energy, which aided nothing to form, actually to take away from its own space. Each star that makes up space takes up space in nothing. Nothing has its own space. Nothing still being subject, of course. These stars take up nothing's space. And that's how space is. That's how we should or could define space. As something that was being taken away by stars. Okay, taking that into consideration, because we want to say everything links, everything starts out with other things, keep saying that. Because in this instance, for everyone, that would be true. So, going away from the whole nothing topic, because we already know that nothing seems to be something in between each something that takes up space from nothing. After Earth came around, after the first few organisms that created the next organisms that created fish, that created land creatures, land dwellers, that created humans eventually over some millennia of time. Say, yeah, well, okay. These people started to come in. These people started to have philosophies. These people started to freely think after the Renaissance era. Now people are thinking that the world is a simulation. If it is, wouldn't every planet and every gas giant and every star also be a simulation? It doesn't do you good enough to say that the higher-ups are aliens. Pardon the train, if you're able to hear that. There's got to be higher-ups of these aliens, right? The Okay, so that was just my imagination. The idea that the world's a simulation is invalid because, well, if you claim to know that it's a simulation, why are you still trying to live? Why are you still trying to resist anything? Why are we trying to make the world a better place if it's a simulation? Do we want to behave for these possible higher-ups? What good would that do us? If we don't exist, if only I can touch myself, and if only the rest of the simulation can touch me, why? Why would we do any of that? Why would we try to free think? That thinking, that belief goes all the way back to, well, could be brought all the way back to, why do we exist? What is our purpose? Also, if the world is a simulation, or if there are alternate dimensions in these alternate simulations / dimensions, would they have gone from free thinking to the opposite of the Renaissance era? And in our eyes revert? Would they go from like freedom of thought to just being another cog in the clock? Just being another average Joe? Just chilling. Doing what literally everyone else is doing. All at the same time. Who knows? No one. Because in everyone else's eyes, why would we ever try to think about that? It doesn't affect us. What if it could? What if it could be detrimental to us? Would we try to think of it then? But also, if, okay, how can I put this? Okay. If we are just a simulation, saying that the world's a simulation is like saying religion, race, politics, social standings, any kind of belief, any kind of thought, any idea, that's saying the world's a simulation, being too blunt. In that sense, everything on the world is a simulation. You're gonna get people steamed. If you claim to know that the world's a simulation, don't bring it up to anyone. You could piss everyone off. If people start thinking that way, you could piss everybody off. Don't bring it up. Just don't. Keep to yourself. Also, if you claim to know that the world's a simulation, why would you try to get other people interested in it? Why do they need to know that we don't matter? Why would they need to know that we don't really exist? We only exist within our minds. Why would you bring that up? I don't know. It's my belief. Your belief would also not exist. Your idea of saying that the world is a simulation doesn't matter, as your idea of simulations is a simulation in and of itself. Think for once. If you're saying the world's a simulation, you don't exist. You don't matter. Not saying kill yourself, not saying keep living. Do whatever the hell you want. If the world's a simulation, go out and kill someone else. Don't, because the world's not a simulation. Hence, why you won't just go out and kill someone. Everything exists. Even nothing is something. Just what I said before. Even nothing has always been something. We never let it be truly nothing. Nothing's always had something in it. I'm contradicting myself by saying that nothing has, in a way, never really existed. Because unless nothing took a long time to create energy in this way of thinking, energy could just be right there alongside nothing. there's never nothing, but at the same time, nothing will never not exist. We will always be thinking of nothing, therefore it is something. In our minds, nothing is something. Even in the Neolithic era, whenever that truly might have been, doesn't matter. If the world's a simulation, you contradict yourself by believing that the world is a simulation. That's the loophole. There. I just meaninglessly proved that the idea of nothing even existing is false. The idea that the world is a simulation? Next. Go ahead, you want to say that there are other realities other than ours? That could still be just, that's too blunt. That could still be your way of saying there are other simulations. There can't be simulations, as if you're thinking that the world is a simulation, again, your idea that the world is a simulation wouldn't exist either. If you try to take the time to know what simulation means, it means, to us, a hologram. It means, to us, an idea visually represented. Nothing is nothing, but nothing can still be something. Something started out as nothing. Something will always be nothing. Nothing can be something. Okay. Don't think about anything I said too much. I'm hoping I clarified some things. I had fun talking about my philosophies. Nothing I say, nothing I just said is going to affect how I act or think. That's gonna be all these different thoughts are gonna be, they won't impact me at all. I'll keep thinking about them, yeah. Such is the life of one who's cognizant of thinking. Someone who's cognizant of thought. But I wasn't quite trying to prove a point. Just trying to get my thoughts out. And I've been thinking about these things a lot lately. I'm hoping in the long run, telling more than 2 people about this helps. Maybe I enlightened you, maybe I didn't. If I did, do whatever. If I didn't, do whatever. But I had fun. Fucking creaky ass chair. I had fun. And for video ideas, I'll probably play more Plants vs. Zombies at some point. Soon. I need to do more of that. I'm gonna do 5 levels each time I record it. There are 10 levels in each area, but I guess, sorry if you didn't want to hear this. I don't give a shit. And keep liking Retard Strength. Or keep watching it, I guess. You can if you want, you don't have to. I don't really. Something is nothing. There is no reason to do what you guys do. No methodicality. No rational thought to anything. I don't know how to really end this other than that. And it's 2:50. I have to wake up in 4 hours and 10 minutes to go to school. Goodbye. Have a lovely day. Yeah. Goodbye. No point to me making this video. No. It was fun. Talk to you guys soon. Maybe. I don't know. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. See you later. You greedy fucks.